morning vlog. Guess what? We get to take off 2 thingies this morning. Single digits!
I see 2 digits.
No, this is one.
Yeah,
Just one.
0 is a digit and
But
9 is a digit,
just,
so it's 2 digits.
0's not a digit. It's not a number. It's
0's a
nothing.
number.
It's nothing. So
0's a number.
you're just ruining my fun. No, I'm sad.
Don't be sad, we're going to Europe.
Yay!
Corrado, guess what?
What?
Tim's back.
Hey everybody. Did you know that cars are heavy?
I've always just kind of lifted them up with one hand.
See, it took 4 guys.
Amateurs.
I've got a little story for you. Everybody sit down, get some milk, get some cookies. So I have an electric car. It's not electric yet. It's not really anything
It's
yet.
on its way to be
I'm
electric.
building an electric car, and some people are probably like, what? How are you building an electric car? It's the exact same as a car. You just take out the gas motor and everything, you put in an electric motor and batteries and stuff, and then you've got an electric car. So there's kits and stuff online, and it's pretty cool, but I've been doing one myself for the past couple years, but it was at a shop like out of town, like an hour and a half from here. I don't go there often, so I actually moved the whole project to my parents' house. Thing is, there's no wheels on this car, so to move this car, it's not like you can just like tow it.
Oh, dear.
You can't just tow this thing. We had to get a flatbed trailer and then like get the car and onto the flatbed trailer, and we had no way of getting on there other than lifting it with a bunch of guys. Luckily, everything is stripped off the car. There's no body panels, there's no interior, there's no suspension, there's no motor, there's nothing. It's just like a shell frame kind of thing of a car. It's still pretty heavy though.
Should have just called the Red Defender. He would have helped.
I should have called the Red Defender. He's never around when you actually need him. He's just around. So anyways, we were getting on the trailer and then we were gonna take it straight to a shop in Oshawa where my parents live so that we can get like the rust fix on it like right away and then put the suspension right on it. The guy came and looked at the car and said, hey, yeah, I can't really take it until like maybe a week from now. So I'll come down and get it with my trailer in a week. So if you want to just leave it right here. I'm like, so we gotta take it off this trailer, leave it here, and then a week from now we gotta do it all over again? So I was like, okay, sure. And we had to lift it off the trailer, and it was just, by the time I got in the car and just drove here and came downstairs and like sat here at this desk, I'm ready to go sleep right now. That was my day, everybody. How was your day? Leave in the comments below.
Hey vlog, so I'm currently reading this lovely book. And not to give away any spoilers, but it's really interesting for me because there's a lot of references to Dutch culture and Dutch names and just Dutch things in general. And because I'm Dutch and speak Dutch, I know a lot of Dutch people, I always find myself going back and forth between reading names in Dutch accents and trying to read them in the way that English people would read them, if that makes any sense.
I'm pretty sure that Saskia's brain works on Dutch, and she constantly is fighting to try to speak in English. That's what I think it is. Get out of here. Sometimes we'll just be talking, and I say get out of here, and she'll be talking, she'll just slip in, she'll just talk some Dutch, and ruin the whole conversation. I'll just look at her and blink, and then she's like, why aren't you answering me? And I'm like, because you didn't speak English. So that's what happens.
Well, maybe you should just learn.
Have a sock.
No, you suck. Maybe you should just learn Dutch. It would make life a whole lot easier. But yeah, so the book's good, and I'm gonna continue reading it.
So there was this band, Canadian band, right? They're Canadian. They were called Before 4 because there was 3 of them. So the number before 4 is 3, right?
So dumb.
Anyway,
They're so cool, guys.
Like got pretty popular, but then they also got like a lot of scrutiny. And
the
this
song
is
awful. Maybe
this
because
is-
they were awful.
this is what their song was, okay? This is what they look like.
He's a twin of
And-
another guy.
Watch.
There's one more guy.
See, there's the other guy. See,
There's two. See them? They're twins.
that was the band then. This is them now. This is the twins.
This
is what they do now.
Something inside says it's not over.
So they could actually sing.
They're talented.
This is so weird. I feel like they should be on a beach somewhere.
But even weirder.
Dawson's in Before 4. Dawson, you never told us about your dark past. I didn't know you were a pop star, Dawson. Dawson, why do you keep these things from us? Hi vlog. I was just organizing some of the stuff in my room and I found something that I thought was pretty neat and I wanted to show you guys. It's a book! This is the 2nd volume of The Complete Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and it is one of my favorite books ever. It's a lot of short stories and also some novels. Right now I'm in a book called The Valley of Fear, which is the 3rd Sherlock Holmes novel. Right now it's kind of boring, but it looks like it's gonna climax into a super cool ending, so I'm looking forward to that. I just have to get through the boring parts first. So I found this book while I was cleaning up, and it reminded me of before I worked at ApprenticeEh. You guys don't know this, but before I worked at ApprenticeEh, I had a really boring, mindless, like 7 to 5 job. It was pretty menial work and it was pretty hard manual labor, but it was also very disheartening. Like, it got to the point where I was kind of getting depressed when I was at work. The only way that I could kind of escape from that awful feeling of being trapped was in a book, and I would just read like it was the only connection I had to the world. And I got through the first volume of Sherlock Holmes in about a month, and then I was finishing that when I started at ApprenticeEh, and finding it just reminded me of how we use like stories and books as an escape from things. It kind of made me happy that I don't have to use books as an escape anymore, but I kind of miss the need to read that I had when I worked in a depressing job. So I was just wondering if you guys have ever used a book as an escape, and which book it was and why. And if you could tell me in the comments, then I'll read them and we'll all have a book club. Apprentice read. There's also something else neat that I want to show you guys. When I'm reading in bed at night, I don't have like a desk lamp or anything, so I just have to use my light. I get too lazy to actually get out of bed and turn off the light, so I have my lightsaber and I just sort of poke the light and it goes off. I'm quite ingenious in that way. Many uses of Star Wars.
Give me daily vlogs, I want them in my subscription box. I wonder who might drop by, even though sometimes it's Canada outside. So don't go away, we're here every day. It's not ApprenticeEh, it's ApprenticeEh. Hey, hey, hey.